Hello, I'm Maestro Manuel Andres, and I will show you the melody for the Requinto, or the Requinto for the song Reloj from Los Panchos. This is a bolero, okay? So I'm gonna zoom in into my fretboard, and you need to see me. So what you need to see it's where you're gonna play. All right, so we have the fretboard. So remember, this song we're playing it in okay, I forgot. All right, so we're playing this song on progression of C major. Okay, so the progression of C major, real quick, so you can oops, that's my son's room. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, so progression of C major will be C major, A minor, D minor, and G7. Okay, we have just one variation on the chorus. It goes after A minor, it goes to a E minor, and then after that we pick up again on the progression, and we just continue where we left. So we after E minor we go to again E minor, D minor, sorry, D minor, and then G7 and that. Okay, so it's something like this. No marques las horas, porque voy a enloquecer. Ella será para siempre cuando amanezca otra vez. Reloj, detén tu camino, porque mi vida se acaba. Ella es la estrella que alumbra mi ser. Yo sin su amor no soy nada. Okay, something like that. So the requinto, okay, it's on the scale of C, and you're gonna start right here on your B string on your 13th fret. Okay, so remember, this is your 12th. Your 12th fret is always gonna be right where the rim of the guitar ends, right here. This line right here, that's your 12th fret. So sometimes you will have a marking, okay? So your marking will have two dots. I know it got out of focus, I'm sorry. Okay, so if you don't have a marking on your guitar, your 12th fret will be the one where the rim touches the fretboard or the neck, okay? So that's your 12th. So we're gonna start right here on, let me move this a little bit up, because I don't like how it looks. Well, maybe a little bit down. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to be as quick as possible. All right. So 13th fret. Now your fingers. Okay. So by now you should be more fluid on your technique, on your picado technique. Okay. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna play in a position. We don't move the hand. Okay. We just move the fingers. So what we want to do, first of all, if we have a cutout guitar, that's better, because that way it's more comfortable to play in this area than having a normal guitar and trying to reach for the frets. So this way we have, that's why some guitars have a cutaway, so you can be able to play here comfortably, okay? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna assign one finger per fret depending on the notes that you're gonna play. So the notes that I play on this melody are these right here. So it's gonna be your B string on your 13th fret, and then your finger number 1 will be playing the notes on your 10th fret. Okay, so 10, 11, 12. So this finger number 1, I don't have my middle finger, but for you, it's going to be finger number 1. That's going to be your 10th fret. Then finger number 2, for you, for me, is finger number 3 because I don't have my middle finger. For you, it's going to be finger number 2. That's going to be assigned to 12 to the 12th fret. And then finger 3 is going to be assigned to the notes play on your 13th fret. Regardless of which string are you going to be playing, that's how you're going to position your fingers. So we're not going to change that position. So it's very important that your thumb on the back, it's supporting your hand. Okay, so that way your hand can be flying around and you can move your fingers freely. Okay, we don't want to have the hand too stiff because that's gonna it's not gonna let us move fluid or I don't have the word right now. I'm sorry. So you're gonna start right here, and then you're gonna play your first note here. I mean your second note on your first fret on the 10th fret. So it's gonna be second string, B string on the 13th fret. So those three notes, those first three notes, 13th fret, 10th fret, 13th fret, back and forth. Do that for a couple of times. Okay, so the next thing is, I'm sorry. And then you go back on the same string, on the second string, you go back one fret. So remember, each finger will have its own fret. So if you have to play all the way over here, this finger is going to play the notes on this fret. So, and then you keep going back or down on that same string, one more note. So you start here. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. Okay, and basically the melody will go forward and backwards, and in every time you go forward, you will add one note. So you start like this. That's your first movement. And then you go forward or up, the same notes. And then you add one. And you stop here. So your first movement will be like this. And for this, you have to listen to the melody and try just to mimic those notes, okay? I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at the screen on my phone. I don't know why, but I will look at my guitar, okay? So I don't make any mistakes. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the second movement. So first movement, you end right here. And then you start your second movement with the same note. So you play this note again, your second string on your 10th fret. And you end that second movement on your 12th fret, okay? So I'm gonna play those first two movements, okay? So you need to pay attention. I'm gonna play that very slowly. Okay, I'm gonna try to move a little bit my camera So you can see my right hand also. I'm sorry for the shaking. I have a cheap tripod. Oh, I'm sorry, loosening it up. Okay, I need to lower. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, again. So we're gonna start again. So remember, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Third movement, you're gonna go forward again, and you're gonna add one more note. Okay. So first movement. Third movement. Okay, and the fourth. So the fourth movement, we don't add any more notes, and actually we add one more note, but going down. Okay, so first movement. Second. Third. Fourth. Okay, so the last note that we add is our G string on the 12th fret. Okay, so every time, for example, after your first movement, the next movement you're gonna start with the note that you ended. All right, so it is like playing those notes twice, but within the tempo. Okay, so you just need to listen to the tempo. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got out of focus. I'm sorry. All right, so now I'm gonna play it normally. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, something like that. All right, so you just need to practice, and you can pause the video and then look at it little by little, and just try to practice those notes. And then on class, on rehearsal, we will adjust just like fine things on the technique, and how much you need to last the note or how fast you play those. Okay, so you just need to memorize that and try to practice both hands so you can get faster and faster every time. All right, okay, see ya.